We believe.
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 We believe there is no disease too rare to find a biopharmaceutical partner. The key to accomplishing this goal is to progress the science far enough to assure a high likelihood of success.
We are at the beginning of a revolution in the treatment of rare diseases based on cutting-edge technologies, such as stem cells, gene therapy, and genome editing.
The ODC is externally facing. It has an international footprint. It reaches out to patient advocacy groups around the world, and it brings its platform technologies to these diseases that have never had treatments before. So as we look ahead to 2018 and 2019, we're going to see a series of new therapies and breakthroughs for these terrible diseases.
As a patient with a rare disease, I can tell you that I get the most hope from thinking about drugs that are already approved, that already exist, that are already at the pharmacy just within a mile of me, that might be able to help me tomorrow instead of having to wait for years for a new drug to be developed. But of course, it's essential that we continue to accelerate new drug development so that patients in the future can have life-saving options that don't exist today.
And working with various rare diseases helps us bring all of our experience and scientific knowledge, institutional knowledge, to help foundations move very quickly through the different stages of therapeutic development, from early stage discovery research all the way through to interactions with industry and with regulatory bodies towards eventually successful clinical trials. In this way, we help to connect the dots for all stakeholders who are involved in the process.
Our goal is to partner with the rare disease community to overcome barriers and obstacles in the development of new therapeutics for rare disease. It begins and ends with the patient. What do they need? What do they want? How can we help them reach their best outcome from the beginning of the drug development process?
The statistics are alarming. There are over 7,000 rare diseases in the world, and current research has barely scratched the surface. 1 in 10 Americans is living with a rare disease, yet these nearly 30 million individuals have been marginalized by virtue of their name alone. In many cases, with so few affected patients, disease research, drug development, and patient care is inadequately addressed. The unmet need is astounding, funding is limited, and the pharmaceutical industry is behind in the rare disease space. The Orphan Disease Center at the University of Pennsylvania is here to bridge these overwhelming gaps and advance the state of the research to its fullest potential.
Through programs like the $1 Million Bike Ride and our disease-specific pilot grant programs, the Orphan Disease Center funds millions of dollars each year in rare disease research. The Orphan Disease Center is proud to support these otherwise grossly underserved patient communities.
Progress in biomedical technology has been spectacular. We can do things in the laboratory that I could not have dreamed possible 5 years ago.
Right now is a very exciting time in rare disease research. Much of what we've learned about molecular biology and medicine actually comes from understanding some of these rare genetic disorders. And with what we've learned, we can start to think about targeted therapeutics for some of these disorders. And at the same time, what we've learned from some rare genetic diseases is really informing our thinking about mechanisms underlying more common disorders.
This work is providing foundational pieces of complicated puzzles that we need to assemble to make these therapies a reality. What the Orphan Disease Center does better than anyone is to identify and provide these missing pieces, and most importantly, assemble the pieces into completed pictures representing therapeutic development programs. The biopharmaceutical industry is finally paying attention to rare diseases, and we have only scratched the surface on the potential of novel therapeutic platforms for treating and potentially curing rare diseases. We are so close in many more diseases. The Orphan Disease Center provides funding for early stage research to progress it enough to be attractive for biopharmaceutical investment, and it is philanthropy that is essential to enable the ODC to accomplish this goal.
We're an ambitious team who believes in taking risks, and we will continue to dream big to ensure that our goals are in line with those of the patients.
The Orphan Disease Center has a passionate leader in Jim Wilson. The passion of our leader matches the passion of the patients and their families.
We look forward to very exciting years in the future where we can actually be part of bringing rare disease families the hope that they need to match the passion that they bring to the therapeutic research.